So these are the new seats I got for my truck. They're like an 05 F-150. Leather, seatbelts, everything built in. Fucking sweet. My buddy Chuck gave them to me. Actually, my buddy Jesse gave them to me because my buddy Chuck gave them to him, and they've been sitting in his garage for a couple years. They wouldn't fit in the truck he was trying to put them in. So I'm gonna have some leather seats in my F-150. All right, so I made some pretty good progress on the truck today. Just a couple minutes ago, I uploaded a real quick video of it starting up and running. It hasn't ran like a year and a half. All I had to do was get the fuel system primed, and she fired right up. Literally, like, once the fuel system was primed, like once the fuel line, fuel filter, everything had gas in it, and the engine fired, I shut it off, and it just hit the key, and bam, fired right up. So, got all my wiring and everything taken care of underneath here today. Got that all finished up. Everything working there. I got the fuel tank completely drained. Here's the fuel tank right here. Got the fuel tank completely drained, but it's still kind of nasty on the inside. It's got a bunch of like grit in the bottom. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get a gallon of paint thinner, and I'm going to throw like maybe 100 or 2 3/8 nuts in the gas tank, and I'm gonna fill it with a gallon of paint thinner. I'm gonna just shake the hell out of it for like half an hour and see if I can't break all that stuff loose. So I'm gonna put 2 or 3 inline fuel filters, one pre-pump, one post-pump, and maybe one at the carburetor to make sure if any of that trash gets up in there. But I got the new sending unit ready to go in it. So just again, a real quick video, guys. I'm so close on this project. I can taste it. I've been working really hard trying to get this thing done. Now you're in our fab project, getting those seats in there. It's been a while since I showed you guys the inside of the cab. So it's got these like stupid Honda Civic kind of seats in here, but they're actually in really good shape, so I'll probably end up putting them on Craigslist or something, see if I can't sell them. But yeah, it's gonna be nice having a 60/40 bench seat in here. Leather seatbelts are all built in, all that stuff's ready to go, so they should fit in here really nice. One of the other things I got done today is I got my big monster tack wired in. If you watch the other quick video, you'll see it working. Got that switch wired in, run my auxiliary lights. I want to use these as reverse lights, but I actually have to get it. I ordered it off Amazon today, ordered a diode, because the way I got wired with the reverse lights, it won't work on the reverse switch. So I'm going to wire in a diode so the electricity can only go one direction behind the transmission switch, and then I'll feed the power for the auxiliary switch in after the diode. That way it'll all work. But yeah, just a day kind of tinkering with the truck, man. I'm getting there. I'm really excited. Thanks for following along, guys. I know there's a couple of you guys, you know, probably 50 to 100 that are actually watching these videos on a regular basis. You know, as soon as I upload them, within a day or two, I got 100 views. So I know you guys are watching them, and it's cool. Out of all my videos, these have the longest, what do you call it, like view retention, like however long, like most of you guys are watching these videos all the way through. And you know, I'm talking 15-minute videos of me welding and grinding and cutting, and so that's pretty cool, man. It makes me want to keep making them. So appreciate you guys following along. All right, so I got the racing seats out. These are fixing to go on Craigslist. So that being said, inside the cab cleaned out, get ready for the new seats. Hey guys, so here's the tank out of my truck. It's not the original gas tank, it's been replaced. It's in really good shape, but there's a little bit of like crud in the bottom of the tank. Had a little bit of skunk gas in it. So what I'm going to do is I've already put a big handful of screws down inside the gas tank, little 1/4-inch screws. I'm going to throw some roofing nails in there too. I'm going to dump about half a gallon of paint thinner in there, and I'm going to shake this tank around and agitate all those screws and stuff around in there and try to break some of that crap loose, and then dump it all out. The reason I put those screws in there is I want something to move around inside the tank to break that loose, and plus that if I can't get them all out, they're magnetic, so I'll be able to go in there with a magnet and yank them out. So that's the plan. And the other reason I'm using paint thinner is because once I drain the tank out, this will evaporate. see them in there or not. Alright guys, so after about 10 minutes of shaking this around, not only am I winded and out of breath, but using the sunshine shining in the tank, the bottom tank looks pretty clean, and you can tell the clear paint thinner that I put in there, it ain't clear no more. So I'm going to dump it out of here in the drain pan, try to shake as many of those nails and screws out as I can. Once I get them all out, I'll put the rest of this gallon of paint thinner in there, shake it around, dump it all out again. It's kind of a bitch to get all this stuff out of here because of the way the tank is shaped, but see if I can get it done. Now mind you guys, this was clear when I dumped it in there. See, it ain't clear no more. So. Somewhere. I think that should be it. Yep. That's all. So now, rinse the rest of the tank out with some more paint thinner. Alright guys, so here's the old sending unit. Had no filler sock on it, or nothing. Just that. The main reason why I'm changing it though is, you can see this. The lighting's kind of horrible out here today. This is like a JB Weld or something, kind of putty. It was leaking right here. And the first day I had this truck, I took it to the gas station, filled it up. Got home, it was just pissing gas all over the driveway. I ended up putting a 5-gallon bucket on it, filled it up, put another 5-gallon bucket up, filled half of it up. But it was leaking right out of here. So somebody evidently tried to fix this. They were too cheap to buy the, $45 fuel sending unit. So I got a new one sitting right here. New ring, new O-ring. Comes with fuel sending units, man. This is about as simple as they get right here. Another thing is the fuel gauge was way off in this truck. It was like full was a half a tank and empty was like, you know, half a tank below empty, so the gas gauge was off. I don't know if that had something to do with the sending unit or what. So let's see if this new one makes the gas gauge work properly again. Ziploc, here I am turning it over. That goes right there. It slips off inside there like this. So. And oh no, that went way too damn easy. There wasn't hardly any pressure on that at all. I think what I'm going to do, I didn't like the way that it turned locked in place way too easy. So what I'm going to do, I'm pull the sending unit back out. I'm going to take these little tabs right here. I'm going to bend them down just a little bit so it gets a little bit tighter seal. Take the pliers here, I'm just going to squeeze that down just a little bit so I tighten that seal up. Doesn't need much. Give that a try. Yeah, I can already tell that's going to be better. Alright, now we're to the thing there. I'm going to grab my hammer, tap it in place. Sending unit installed. Tank's ready to go back in. Alright, so the actual filler neck hose is fine. I'm pretty sure it was replaced at one point. It's still nice and soft and spongy. So I'll reinstall that, but I did get a new vent hose. The vent hose was, I bent it and it just cracked in half. So I'll get these put on and put the tank back under the truck. But I only got about 9 minutes worth of battery left, so you're probably not going to get to see it on camera. Alright guys, apologize for the kids carrying on behind me. There's 3 kids on a trampoline about 20 feet from me, but fuel tank's back in. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a piece of 1/8 plate, and I'm going to make a skid plate for this just because I don't like how it just kind of hangs out here by itself. That'll be pretty easy. Got the frame rails right here. I have to do a little bit of customizing on the actual shape of it to get it to fit, but fuel tank's back in, send units in, it's hooked up. Next step for that is run on the fuel line, which ain't a big deal. I'm going to do 2 inline filters, 1 pre-pump, 1 post-pump. Right now there's just 1 post-fuel pump. I want one before the fuel pump. So there's going to be a pre-pump filter and a post-pump filter. And I'll try to get that done the next day or two. Just got to get up to the parts store and get the filters and get the fuel line. So coming along, guys.